Okay, hopefully there is sound now. Have we got sound? Let's hope we've got sound. I hear music, not you. Hang on, there's a bit of a delay coming in. Let's see what we can come up with. Can hear you. There's a bit of a delay. Can we hear? Let's see what I've got going on the page. Better. You can hear me now. Okay. We had adjustments today, and adjustments have totally wiped everything, and I've spent the last hour and a half trying to get it all working. Thought it was all working, and then it didn't work. So I'm using a totally different program. You're not going to get all the graphics. You're just going to get me. You're not probably going to get much else than that. So thank you for tuning in rather late. Ooh, if we're about 2 more minutes late, we might have been punished by Facebook because they don't like us being late. So that's fine. Thank you for joining us this week's episode of Simplified Relationships. Thank you. I'm Jayson, Mair, your relationship coach, here to simplify those relationship struggles each and every day. I wish I could simplify the tech issues I have each and every day, but that's a different program. That's a different person. That's a different host, hopefully. Let's see what happens. Oh, wow. Okay. Nice to see. Oh, wow. Let's see if the comments work. These are the comments so far. No sound. No, exactly. No mic, exactly. Can you hear? You can't tell that I wasn't having. There we go. Better. Can hear you now. Yes. Oh, good. Oh, good. Kenny, what more do we need than you and your wisdom? You are a sweet talking gentleman, you are. And thank you very much, Miss Rosie D, for joining in as well. Geez. I think my computer is not liking what we did today because I decided to have laptop, 2 monitors, and it's not enjoying it. Everything is going slow. So I apologize for the next 30 to 60 minutes that if anything doesn't go right, by all means, don't be afraid to put it up in the comments and let me know. So we did have an intro, did have everything else. I'm lucky I got the outro out, which is even fantastic. So anyway, thank you. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for joining us here on tonight's Simplified Relationships. Oh, as I say it every week, how has your week been? What a week it's been. What a weekend. Some of you are in the middle of the weekend. Some of you, like me, are towards the end of the weekend. So I hope that you've had a great weekend or having a great weekend. Oh, and I'm playing around with settings right now and nothing. Yeah, everything's wiped. Totally wiped. That's all right. We'll just deal with me, and that's it. That's all you have. That's all you have to deal with is me and nothing else. So, wow. Welcome. Good to see you. And the glasses are fogged up as well because I've been sweating to try and get this on time. So I know a lot of you out there are like, don't tell them. Well, I am telling them because I'm late. And it's just, yeah. Anyway, unmet expectations for the festive season. Now, I know we did an episode a couple of weeks ago of unmet expectations in relationships. We got some really good comments about that, but unmet expectations in the festive season. And no one here who's going to watch this live now or on the replay is going to go, I don't have any unmet expectations because I don't have expectations. You know what? You all have expectations. We all have expectations. No matter how big or how little they are, we have them. I can tell you right now, we do. And we are going to discuss those unmet expectations because you know why? Because we all grew up, well, most of us, I'll say the most of us, because some may not have done this. We all grew up watching those romantic Christmas movies. Love Actually, there's one for you. It's oh lovely, and everyone meets at the end, and they all get the girl or the guy, and they kiss, and they're lovely, and everyone's having a lovely Christmas dinner, or they're making out with the Prime Minister of England, or you've seen all those movies. Everyone sits around the dinner table and they pull crackers and they laugh and they're so happy. They get a present. I've always wanted this present. I've always wanted a new pair of G-strings, even though I've never worn them. Wow, a new glass that's got a chip in it that looks like it's been bought from a from a Salvation Army store or a secondhand store. Wonderful. Thank you so very much. Oh, and Uncle Jimmy's in the corner get absolutely shit-faced drunk and eating all the ham and chicken and turkey and is passed out and farting and scaring the dog. And the auntie's having an argument with your mum. Your father's wanting to beat her over the crack in the backyard or having an argument with the neighbor. Or snow, if you're in a snow area, is too heavy and people are not rocking up on time. They're late because they didn't leave in time to get there and allow for traffic, or allow for the snow or the sun or whatever was going on. And these are all examples of unmet expectations. So, where are we? I did have a question for everyone. And hang on a sec. I know how to do this because I can't do the question in the because I've lost all the banner stuff. But there we go. Let me just fix this up. What's one thing? Okay, I think that's going to work. Let's see this. This is the question I had for you. What is the one thing, or even one thing, that has disappointed you or ruined one of your past Christmas days? Now, I want you to put it in the comments because we've all had it. It may be that, it involved alcohol, it involved drugs, it involved relatives, it involved having to work, it involved not having to work, it involved the weather, it involved cars breaking down, it involved relatives, you're not getting along, and whatever else. So that's what we're going to talk about. So please tell me what's something that you have, because don't tell me you haven't, because if you think hard, we've all had them. And a lot of us have had many. Some of us grew up with a shit Christmas. Some have grown up to have shit Christmases. Who knows? Yes, we're going to use language tonight. He's a little frustrated because of technology. That's all. Nothing else. So, yes, that is tonight's question. What is the one thing, or what is one thing that you have? Actually, I'll just take that out for a sec. The things I could do just quickly like that. There we go. What is one thing that you have that has disappointed you or ruined on one of your past Christmas days? I spelt everything right. That is fantastic. God, I love it when something goes right, don't you? All right, there we are. What do we got going on the comment section tonight? Could you pass through the Rose and I a glass of wine? It's Christmas. Yeah, look, all I've got is, it's not wine. Even though I do have some wine in the cupboard, but not supposed to be drinking. But tonight I thought it was a good idea. But that's all good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Anytime, Kenny. Look, Rosie's going to pass you one. She's keen. She's probably having one already to chill out. Kenny, Rose has already upset me this Christmas by calling me Kenny. Don't you love it? Sorry, Ken. Don't be sorry, Rosie. He loves it. He secretly loves it. Rose, I knew you were a kind, soft, and gentle soul. Merry Christmas. Oh, look at the love's going on. I had the chicken pox one year and couldn't see anyone. I wonder how many people would be having COVID this year and not being able to see anyone. That would suck. That would be like having chicken pox, don't you think? Luckily, in Australia, we're pretty under control. But that might change from tomorrow when they start letting overseas flights back into the country. Well, we'll see. Anyway, let's think positive. Sounds like we're going to have a downer tonight. No, but we're going to have some fun because it's a Christmas festive season. It's leading up. We have got, what do we got? 19 days till the big fat man comes and kicks down your back door with a bag full of prezzies. Or he might not even turn up at all. So that could be something that upset you, that you just went to the tree one morning and went, is it the 25th? Yeah, it's the 25th. Where's the tree? Actually, where's our TV and our furniture? Oh, everyone's left and I'm still here. It's like an episode of Opposite Home Alone. So yes, that has been it's a doozy. It really is. That we've got some people that are okay. I'm just noticing that hang on a sec, we have a couple of channels. We have a couple of channels running through the show running through, and it seems to be that the comments on one of the channels are not coming through. So I've just noticed young Sandy Archer is joined us as well, but I can't put her comments up because it's not coming through on the screen. So she has said, I love that movie, Love Actually, and latte. Oh, late. Oh, no. Yes. Yeah. Very oh, no. Very oh, no. Yes. Very late. But that's okay. We're here, Sandy. Thank you for joining us, even though you should be in bed because you've got a big day tomorrow. Anyway, Harley, hey, how you doing, Hals? Thank you for joining me. Sorry, you guys are watching it on my personal page. And I think, you're watching it on my personal page where the comments that have come through on the screen are on the JMC page or the YouTube channel. So if you want to jump across to YouTube or the JMC page, that would be fantastic. Yes, I'm talking to you over there, but you're there. But yeah, anyway, it's all good. Oh, good. Thanks for joining us, guys. Yes, fun times. Chicken pox we've had so far. Who else we got? Harley is great. Good to see Harl. Thank you very much. So I can't put your comments up on the screen because you've got to go to the JMC page or the YouTube channel. So if you're watching, jump across. And if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications. So there's a few of you on anyway. I can see there's nearly a dozen of you on. So thank you for joining. I know some of you don't like to jump in the comments. That's okay. I don't mind. Michelle, how are you? Thank you for joining us. That is so nice of you to join. Thank you. You're seeing me on one of the. It's usually been more organized, but we've had technical issues, and you're a girl who knows technical issues and technicalities and all that sort of stuff because that's what you work with, and you help people get that sorted. And I usually have it sorted, but tonight's not my best. But that's okay. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. What's something that's ruined your Christmas, Michelle? What is something that something that may have happened in the past that might have, you went, oh yeah, that was when Uncle Danny got in a fight with Aunt Josie and the dog bit him on the bum, and we spent half the day at the hospital in emergency. Something like that. That may have been, I know, very crazy. Nick Smith, how are you? Thank you very much for joining, buddy. You're on my personal page. If you want your comments to come up on the screen, jump across to the JMC Facebook page or the YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see the comments come up on the screen, hopefully. Oh, there we go. Look, breaking up. You broke up at Christmas, Kenny? Is that what it is? Or I'm breaking up? Let me explain that a little bit more. Jumped over. So Sandy's over in the JMC Facebook page. Thank you, young Sandy, for jumping in. Rose, family work Christmas Day, so had Christmas alone. Family work Christmas. Oh, so because I know your history, that would have been when you were a lot younger and you had the family business and you had to work at Christmas Day. I'm guessing that's what you were referring to. Harley's jumped across to the page as well. Hello, Harls. There we go. Officially, we can say hello to you as well. So moved away from family to Florida one year and felt very lonely. Yeah, that could ruin your Christmas as well. It really would. So if you're on my personal page, Jayson Mair Coaching and Facebook, JMC, Jayson Mair Coaching, you'll be able to get the comments across as well. See a few more comments coming up there. Michelle, thank you very much. It's so nice to see you on here. Sorry you're seeing one of my rougher versions. But anyway, thank you for being here. So I've got this. I uploaded a video, and the message about the upload video is still sitting there. I don't know why. So, Ken, years ago, caught a girlfriend cheating. Yeah, we're going back to the cheating episode, aren't we? So, that's definitely could ruin your Christmas as well. I had, while we're talking about it, I got a list I could go a mile long on Christmas things that happen. As most of you know, that my family now are not my real family. I adopted them due to the fact that my own family loved her on Christmas. And it all involved alcohol and fights and jealousy and all sorts of stuff. And then you had, my lovely grandma passing away 2 days before Christmas and my best mate passing away 2 days after Christmas. So Christmas was not ever a good thing. But these are not the unmet expectations, but they are some of the examples of what can happen over the Christmas period, because it can be quite a bummer. Another year worked as a radio announcer playing Christmas songs, talking talkback calls from lonely hearts. Depressing. I hope you had a drink when you were at the studio, Ken, because that would have been rather nice to do that. Sometimes, I think there's a lot of people here that would love to have spent a day in a radio studio away from family on Christmas Day, because, when you have so many Christmases ruined, sometimes you just go, you know what? I'd rather not be enjoying it anyway. So, but look, there's a lot of pressure that comes with Christmas. It affects relationships in so many ways. Look, you've got the pressure of buying presents, for starters. So I did have a couple of cues that I was going to put up, but you'll just have to bear with me this way. We have the pressure of buying presents, especially for, if we find out that, a family member's turning up that we haven't seen in years and stuff, and you're like, oh, what do we buy them? Can we just buy them a gift card? Gift cards are the biggest things. People go, buy a gift card here, take this, go down to your local store and buy whatever you want. There's not a lot of imagination in it. But at the same time, trying to buy a gift for someone that you're not familiar with can be a bit of an issue and can be a bit of a struggle. So that can be quite a put pressure on you and affect your Christmas Day, because you're hoping to get something that they will half enjoy. And if they pull it out, they're like, yeah, thank you. Yeah. Can we just rewrap that and give that to Aunt Helen? Yeah, just keep that to Aunt Helen. Yes, the Christmas regifting. Hasn't that become a thing that seems to be popping up around a lot? And it makes you wonder, when it comes to buying gifts, what is your expectations? A lot of people, and I've had a lot of clients that will say, well, he said to me that he wasn't going to buy me a present. We weren't going to buy presents for each other and so forth. And then he bought me a present, and then I didn't buy him a present. Or she said, don't buy me a present. I didn't buy her a present. And then she got cranky because she didn't buy me a present. And it's like, we've got to get into the habit of actually speaking what we actually think. Don't say to someone, oh, don't bring anything to the barbecue, or don't buy me a present, or don't do this, or don't do that, if you really want them to do it. Because then you can't get up them for saying, well, you told me not to, and now you're cranking because I didn't do that. So there's a lot of issues with gift giving over Christmas. One of my clients recently told me, and also somebody else was having this conversation with me a few weeks ago, and was saying how that the gift of giving a card that says a lot is remarkable, and why not enough people look like it. Sandy, if you're around or you're watching, jump across to the Facebook page, because we are there. She's just put this is not Sandy Archer, this is another Sandy. What about unmet expectations in life, Jay? Well, we did do that a couple of weeks ago, but we may touch on this here. So jump across to YouTube or the Facebook if you are watching, and you'll be able to find out sort of things. So, or if someone's on my Facebook page, just message Sandy Jarina and just let her know anyway. So look, gift giving is one of the big struggles. And as I was saying, there's a lot of people that are starting to go, what happened to writing a special card? Now, it seems to be guys are not big on cards. They'll get the card, they'll open it up and go, oh, yeah, thanks, okay. Where's the box? Where is it? And it's not there. And that's where they get a little bit of it gets a little bit, we all have a level of expectation, but we need to start to be clear on those expectations or drop our expectations. Stop going into something with high or even medium level expectations and thinking that's going to go well. The other big expectation that does not get met, and a lot of people get a little bit cranky about as well, is the fact that the thing they get. Oh, hang on. Oh, I can hear myself. I'm trying to stop. Oh God, now I can hear myself playing on Facebook. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, is we need to be able to. What is it with Christmas Day? What is it you want to get on Christmas Day? What do you want to achieve at Christmas Day? Because a lot of people are what they're trying to do is they're trying to organize all these family friends. Oh, we've got to, invite Auntie, Jean and Uncle Roger, and we've got to bring them all in and everything else. And it's like, you know what? You haven't had them over all year. You probably haven't had them over for many years. Or when you have had them, you seem to invite them at Christmas. But why? Christmas should be a day of celebration. It should be a day of fun, care, love, that sort of stuff. But at the same time, what happens is we invite all these people that half the time we really don't want. We're like, well, we should. Why? Unless it's like an elderly person that hasn't been invited. But you've got to realize that when you start inviting people you haven't seen in ages or you're not too fond of, you are starting to open up a can of worms. Now, I am a big believer that we should actually, reach out to, an elderly neighbor or someone we haven't spoken to and invite them for Christmas so they're not alone. But at the same time, you've got to have a plan. Okay, you've got to have a plan of attack. If you know they're going to be drinkers and stuff like that, maybe you need to separate them or, not have as much alcohol in the house. If they bring it, try and restrict it. You say, look, we're trying to keep it, you just got to put some level of control in it. Christmas shouldn't be this way, but you've got to realize that there are times when you're trying to run something. You're trying to create what we've all grown up and watched in the movies, right? You're trying to create that really special time when everyone is so happy and joyous and everyone's loving their presents and everyone's, wanting to be around each other and stuff. But then what happens is we then, don't meet those expectations. We start to get a little disappointed and we start to lose our shit or somebody loses their shit. For the guys, they might go, oh, this is just getting ridiculous. I don't want to do it. They go out in the backyard or they go out into their man cave or whatever. Meanwhile, the wives or the girlfriends or the mums or whatever are trying to keep it together. They're trying to keep the family together. They've cooked the dinner. They've set up the table. They're trying to do everything as well with a little bit of help from family, but not a lot. And then all these people rock up and it gets crazy and it gets mad. And then there's people that are rocking up that are not going to get along with others in the family. Just saying. Why do we do this? Yes, we're trying to do it for love. We're trying to help people. But at the same time, look, as I put in the question before, for the new people that have joined us, this is tonight's question. What is one thing that you has disappointed you or ruined one of your past Christmas days? I don't care how rough it was, how brutal it was. Someone died. I had that. Someone kicked you out. I had that happen. So there's nothing that is going to be bad that has happened, that may have happened to you on a Christmas day that ruined it. Because I want everyone to realize that there are some people out there going, well, Christmas is, only is bad for me, so I don't have it. It's not. It happens to a lot of people. There is a lot of extreme expectations, even unmet, unsaid expectations when it comes to Christmas Day. It really does. It gets really tough and it gets really rough, and it's not good at all. My aunt, Kenny just said, my aunt phoned today and invited me to Boxing Day lunch with my mum, and suggested my wife go to her family. That went down really well. Oh, burn! Yeah. Well, look, there's two sides to that story. Maybe, it's not nice because she is your partner, and it's like if she's going to invite you, your kids, your wife is going to come. But to say, no, I don't want them there, go to the other place. Well, then it's like, no, you either, it's all of us or it's none of us, So that's a difficult situation, Ken. But it's a tough one. But look, this is exactly the examples. At least, trying to look at the positive points here, at least they told you for whatever reason. But then it's up to you to go, well, you know what? No, I'm not going there on Christmas. I'm not. If you can't take myself and my wife on Christmas Day, maybe we'll come and visit you on Boxing Day. And for those in some countries who don't have Boxing Day, because I discovered yesterday after doing some research, and thank you to one of our watchers tonight, give me a heads up, they don't have Boxing Day in the US and a lot of countries. Boxing Day is more a Commonwealth thing. So Canada has it, UK has it, some European do, some European don't. American does not. So Commonwealth countries are more for Boxing Day. And just to give you a bit of a background knowledge, here's a bit of knowledge about Boxing Day. This is what I discovered. Boxing Day, because some people say to me, what is it about Boxing Day? What is Boxing Day? Well, Boxing Day apparently was a day where the kings and queens would give their servants a day off, and they would give them a box as a gift, and they were able to take that box home with the day off and go and spend it with their family. And they used to call it the Boxing Day. You'd think it'd be Unboxing Day, wouldn't it? Because they'd get the gift taken, open the box up. Yay. But it was Boxing Day. So that's where it came from in the I think it was 17 or 1800 sort of thing. So, that's the day after Christmas. And here in Australia and in a lot of, I guess, Commonwealth countries, they have huge Boxing Day sales. So there's another thing that's an unmet expectation. Some people don't or won't turn up to Christmas parties because they don't want to spend big money on the present. So they go to Boxing Day sales, buy the present there, and then rock up that afternoon or the next day. Oh, sorry, we couldn't make it at Christmas, but here's your present. And you're like, oh, okay. And then because you see it online that it was on sale, and you're like, I know what you're doing. But hey, we're not getting judgy about that. But you know what I mean? There is a lot of unmet expectations. We grow up, we get through the dinner. We want the dinner to be right. I mean, like in America, they had Thanksgiving, and a lot of people had unmet expectations for Thanksgiving, where you hope to have the turkey, you have to have everything set up. It's a lot of things for it's not just Christmas, but you got Christmas, you got New Year's Eve, you got Easter. These are all days where a lot of unmet expectations are unmet because we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to really make that happen and make it work beautifully. And for some reason, it doesn't because of either some uncle or aunt or disagreement, but it usually involves a lot of alcohol. A lot of people will, get there, have a couple of drinks, and then go, I think I need this. I think I need to tell you. Hang on a sec here. I think I need to tell you what I really, really think of you, because I've been holding on to this grudge for 38 friggin' years. You remember when we were 12 and you pushed me and I stubbed my toe on that concrete ledge? You ruined my life. You dirtbag. You ruined my life. And every year, my Christmas has been crap because it reminded me when you did that to me over a Smurf house. Anyone had that happen at Christmas time? That's what happens. So we need to have a bit more of a plan. A big plan I used to have years ago, what I've worked with a lot of clients about, is which family to spend Christmas with first and last. So if you're going to your parents and then you're going to your partner's parents and you're trying to work out which one to go, this is my tip. My tip for going to visit family on Christmas: which family do you think you have more hassles with? Think about it. You don't have to put it in the comments because I don't want people to go, oh, no, I don't want to say it because he's going to mention it on the screen. But what I'm going to say is which parents or which family, if you're going to two houses on Christmas or you're going to two houses over Christmas, might be Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, you're trying to work out which one's going to have more of a hassle. Because that's the one you want to go to first. So if you're going to go to two houses on Christmas Day, for example, and one you're like, oh, they're going to have all these relatives and really don't enjoy it, whatever, go there. Go there early. Say, look, you can only stay a short time, but you stop in and you might try and stay for lunch and you might have a quick bite to eat and then run. And the reason being is because the later in the day, the worse it's going to get, especially after a couple of these. And you don't want to be around that. Where if there's one family that isn't like that or is a little bit less, you can go and finish your day. You've done all the duties. You can go to the family. It's a bit more relaxing or has less hassles. Excuse me. Sit back, relax, watch some Christmas movies if you like, sit and watch some Christmas movies with them. Have a quiet drink and not feel like that it's going to start into an argument, And think about how you want your Christmas to end. Don't think about the start, think about the end. So if one family is, harder to deal with, say to them, look, we can't make it Christmas Day, but we're going to come and spend it at Christmas Eve, or we're going to come and see it on Boxing Day or the day after Christmas. Stuff like that. Have a plan. But if you don't want your Christmas Day ruined, pick the family that's going to have the least amount of hassles. If both of them are on par, well, then you're going to have to shortchange both of them. Spend 2 hours at one, 2 hours at the other, and don't tell the other one you've still got to go to that one, or just say, look, we've got things we've got planned at home, and then you head off to home. Oh, but it's Christmas Day. You should spend it with family and, be with family. Well, we are going to be. We're going to go home and spend it with our own family, just us, or our fur babies, or our kids, or whatever else. And we just want to chill. I'm not feeling well from the last meal I had, and it's not going well, and we're going to have to go. Whatever it is, come up with a plan. But have a plan if you want. Because, trust me, every Christmas, my busiest time of year usually, except for this year, is the new year, the start of the new year. And you know why? It's because it gets to Christmas, which should be the best time of the year, but it's where the most pressure is. Most pressure to buy presents. The most pressure to make sure that, if you're working, you get your business and your work done before Christmas. You shut down for Christmas Day or a couple of days or whatever. There's a lot of pressure on making sure you have everything, set up ready for Christmas or the time off or whatever else you're going to go out or do something for Christmas and so forth. You get a little bit stressed out on, what to buy people, and this hasn't turned, especially this year. A lot of things we've had to order online, and there's been a lot of scams online where things haven't turned up, and we've had to luckily you ordered through PayPal, so PayPal gives you your money back. If you bought it direct, yes, say goodbye to your money. You're not going to get it back. There's a lot of them that are on there. So you want to make sure, and then with the mail services being delayed, you want presents to turn up on time, And then you need to, and there's all these expectations. So this puts a lot of pressure. So if there's any slight issue with your relationship, Christmas is where it brings out everything. I think it was Bill Murray once rocked up to a wedding. I thought it was a myth. I've actually seen the photo of and the video when he did rock up to the wedding, and I don't think they had the video of him saying this, but he apparently was quoted as saying, he said to the couple, if you really want to know if your marriage is going to last, go either something along the lines. There's two stories. There's either go on holidays and see how they cope, but I think the one he did say was marry someone who you've given very slow internet service to and made, was it internet and it was something else. If your partner can handle slow internet and something else, they're a keeper. Because it shows that they're calm, it shows that they can handle difficult situations and they're not going to lose their shit. And that is what happens at Christmas. Too many people are too hot-headed. They've either had a few to drink, or something hasn't gone right, or they've rocked up late, or they've had an argument with the family in the morning before everyone rocks up to Christmas, and it just gets messy. What you want? You know, I loved the movie Love Actually. I thought it was a great movie. There's a lot of Christmas movies that I love, and we try to aim for that. But we've got to realize these are movies. They're not true stories. If it was a true story, Love Actually, the guy that loses his wife probably slept with his sister's best friend and got drunk at the Christmas party. The guy that was messing around with his secretary probably did do the secretary and his wife leaves him. The guy that flew to America to have sex with a lot of women, doesn't find any women and finds that he's living in a backpacker's lodge with a bunch of old bums that are trying to have a crack at him. There's all sorts of things when it comes to reality that doesn't match what the movies are. So if you want it to be even remotely close to what the movies are, you need to really plan and not have your high expectations. Sometimes it's best not to have any expectations at all and just rock up, do your thing. If you have a plan, rock up, do your thing, and you'll be fine. Better than trying to plan, because nothing goes to plan. There's traffic, there's delays, there's people who lose things on the day, and that don't leave your crap at them. Don't go off at them. Everyone's under the same pressure. And then you've got the pressure afterwards of credit card debt and so forth. What else did I have here? Is that one? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I've covered that one. Yeah. Who's going to be there? Trying to pick the people you're going to be there. Then there's all the people that, are going to be single at Christmas. That's even hard for them, because a lot of them are stuck at home. A lot of them will try and ring other single friends. If they've got no single friends, they don't want to feel like a burden because their married friends or coupled friends are like, hey, Lisa, come and stay with us, or, for Christmas, or, hey, Jono, come and spend Christmas Day with us. And so you're rocking up to a house where you've never been to the house before. You haven't been to the house, but you don't know any of the family. So you're meeting all these family the first time, and you're seeing the family dynamic, and it is scary. Sometimes it goes really well, but sometimes it can be very uncomfortable. And then people will go, well, it's our freaking Christmas if we can't sit here in our underwear on the couch and scratch ourselves. It's my house. If I can't do that, what? Well, you're going to stop me from scratching my balls and my couch because this single person's rocked up? I'm not going to have it. It's just insane. It really is. So, yeah, that's what you've got to really, really think about, because you want to have a great Christmas, do you not? There's a lot of people, as I said before, there's a lot of times where it gets through Christmas Day, and after all that pressure, it just destroys the relationship. And that's why, as a new year kicks in, a lot of New Year's resolutions are start fresh. I've exited my relationship. I need to start the year fresh. So I'm going to do that. And that's why, I get busy, and a lot of other people get busy in that sort of area, because they're trying to, guide these people and help these people, because it's not a good time. The pressure of Christmas is the worst of all the festive seasons. Easter, at least it goes over 4 days. New Year's Day, well, it's like, you either see the fireworks or you don't see the fireworks. You either sleep through New Year's Day and take it as another day, or you go on party and celebrate the new year. Well, last year we celebrated with 10 people, 10 or 12 people we asked, all 12 turned up, and we had the best damn night ever. And we're like, yes, 2020, getting into 2020, it's going to be the best year. We're all going away on holidays. We're all doing this. And here's some unmet expectations, wasn't it? But that wasn't on the night. That was for the whole year. So we have learned that the unmet expectations that we put, especially, happen a lot in our lives. And it doesn't matter if it's just Christmas, but Christmas is a very tough time for a lot of people. Especially this year, because there's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to be able to spend Christmas with us, because we have lost a lot of people, through what's going on this year, and haven't been able to say goodbye to them. So just think about it, drop the expectations, pull back a bit. Don't go crazy with presents. If there's one thing we've learned through Dimension 2020 is that we need to start to appreciate. I just saw a comment. Are you drunk? Thought this was meant to be uplifting and positive. Thank you, Tarina, for joining us. No, I am not drunk, but I'm trying to get it across to people, because if you consider this and take this into consideration, you can do something about it. I want people to really look. This year has been tough, and this year has made us realize that we need to appreciate the people that we do have in our lives, the people that are still with us, the people that have come into our lives this year that we may have never come across, the people that have left our lives, some of the trash who took themselves out as well. I mean, there's been a lot of people, and a lot of clients have said to me, it's been amazing. The people that really meant the most have really connected with me and reached out to me. And the people that I just went, I don't know about, haven't heard. And they've said, you know what? It's been easy to just go unfriend on social media, or delete number, or block number, or whatever else, and they've said, the trash has taken themselves out. So yes. So thank you for joining, Tarina. Thank you for that. Yes, I know it sounds a little bit depressing, but look, this is how Christmas has been for a lot of people. And I want people to take into consideration. If you take this all into consideration, you know what could happen, and you can do things about it. A lot of people talk about all the positive stuff, but at the end of the day, if you aren't aware of what could happen, and it happens every single year of our lives, and we do not realize or learn from it, because we do it again the next year. Let's go to someone else's house. We do. So we need to be aware of what we can and can't do. Tarina, you have just bought a lovely new place, and you're probably going to have the best Christmas, because you and your other half are in a lovely house. You're in a lovely location, and it hopefully is going to be a great Christmas. So I hope you enjoy it. But no, it's good. So, and thanks for joining, and answer the question we've got tonight. What's one thing that oh God, now I've realized that he released that. One thing that has disappointed you or ruined one of your past Christmases. I think you could come up with a few, Tarina. I think you've had some good and bad ones over the years, like most of us have. So please put a comment. If you've just joined us, drop a comment in the comment box. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the notification. We'll have some more fantastic episodes coming up soon as we get to the end of the year. And we've got some big ones happening next year. Next year, we will be having a lot more special guests that will be joining us, and a lot more interviews with some amazing stories of what people have achieved. So keep watching. We'll be having that in there. But if you're watching, what's the one thing that you've had disappoint you or ruin one of your past Christmas days? Because everyone has had it. So we want to make sure that we're aware of what can happen and make sure it doesn't happen again. I mean, some of the past Christmases, Kenny, we've only been married 23 years. We had a conversation. We've had a conversation, and Wendy is now welcome. Only 19 days to go. Yes, well, it sorts it out, because he was referring to before, his aunt was saying that his wife could go to her family and not go to the party, their Christmas party, which is a bit rough sort of thing. Another year, Kenny had worked as a radio announcer playing Christmas songs, talkback calls for lonely hearts. You weren't the love doctor there back then, Kenny, were you? No, that was Richard Mercer, yes. The love god, that's right. Oh, and he caught a girlfriend cheating from a while ago. Sandy moved away from family to Florida one year and felt very lonely. So, yeah, that's Rosie, family work Christmas Day, so had Christmas alone was another one as well. She also had 1 year where she had chicken pox and couldn't see anyone. Yeah, there's probably going to be a few people who are going to have COVID and can't see anyone. So let's hopefully we don't have that happen anyway. So, and as we said before, Kenny and Rosie, I think, are going to have a glass of wine together. So we're just covering up a few things there. But as I was saying before, I want you to have a great Christmas. Appreciate what you have learned through 2020. Appreciate the people that have come into your life, the people that have left your life, and take into consideration and think about what possibly you could do to make sure Christmas isn't a disaster and you don't have unmet expectations. Maybe lower those expectations, or try not to have any expectations at all. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people just, put too higher expectations on, and it doesn't get met. And that's the sad part of what happens. And we've just, we've got to face, the good points and the bad points and the struggles that we have when it comes to relationships. But we need to really do what we need to do to make it last and go well. Because we need this end of this year to go as well as it possibly can, because COVID doesn't know the difference between a day, a week, a month, or a year. So obviously we're going to have more of this next year. And some of you that are watching are in countries that are already having that happen at the moment, with a lot of lockdowns and a lot of isolations and so forth. To our friends over in the UK and Wales and so forth, who have had lockdowns for the last couple of weeks, I hope you guys are all doing well and you get to at least get out and spend some time with family. If any of you here in Australia are watching, who've got friends in the UK and the US, reach out to them, because yes, it might be a cold white Christmas, but at the same time, they may not be able to get out and get to enjoy, their Christmases and have, what we get to experience here in Australia. Trainers just put most Christmas days now without family, but realized long ago it's only a day, and there are 364 more Fabwa days to live and love. That's exactly right. Exactly right, Tarina. You're totally spot on. But and it's a good way to look at it, because we really need to, excuse me, we really need to make the most of it, and we really need to, in a way, it's probably good to not have family around and just enjoy it yourselves. And yes, it is only one day. But this year of all years, I think it's a day where we need to show some appreciation for each other and the ones we love. Maybe if we don't have family over, maybe sit around and just ring a couple on Christmas Day and wish them happy Christmas, and show them some love, unlike what we've ever been able to do before. Maybe go drop in and just visit a couple of people that won't have people to spend with for Christmas. Go and see them. just, tell them you're thinking of them and stuff like that, they'd appreciate it. So we need to not have such high expectations. We've got to be careful, the way we go about blowing our money on spending on presents. You don't have to spend more this year than you did last year in a present. If you buy something less, but it means more, do it. Don't be afraid to. That's the thing we need to think about. So yes, I do have a couple of other things I have lined up, but because they're on my other system that would not work tonight, I'm not going to be able to do them. So normally would give a comment of the day, and I think I'm going to give the comment of the day, but I don't think I have it built into this program that I'm using right now, so I can't really. Let me have a look and see what we've got here. Oh yeah, we might be able to. So, and I can't pull the comment up on the screen, so I just have to tell you because this person is watching it on my personal page, but Miss T.S., Miss Tarina, most Christmas days now without family, but realized long ago it's only just a day and there are 364 more February days to live and love. And for that, my friend, you get
comment of the day.
There you go, the comment of the day. I'm going to give it to you because it's so good to have you on. And you probably don't see the show because I don't usually broadcast it to my personal page, and that's why you're on tonight. But if you jump across the JMC page or you watch it on YouTube, I'm on this same time every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, 7 p.m. Queensland time, and check your local guides where you are in other countries because we'll cover that as well. We need to understand everybody has a backstory that may not make them the best Christmas gift. Yes, guest. That is exactly right, Kenny, and so true. Mr. Sullivan, hey, bro, thank you very much for joining us. You're watching it on the JMC page. Thank you for jumping in. And while you're here, bud, while you're here, I'd like to hear your answer to this question, which is, what's the one thing that you have had disappoint you or ruin on one of your past Christmas days? Because we're sharing our past Christmas expectations that were not met or destroyed through whatever it was. We've had deaths, we've had cheating, we've had all sorts. So chuck it in the comments because I will respond to them all after the show. And yeah, it's good to share it with everyone else. But thanks for joining us, Carl. I appreciate it big time. Oh, look, and Trina's having a bit of a laugh because she won the comment of the day. And you know what, girl? I can still hear your laugh here after all these years. I can totally hear you throw your head back, cackling away. She's got a crazy laugh. So there you go. Comment of the day, girl. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, by all means. For those of you who are new and maybe still watching, if you need to reach out to me, you can at it's a big, Jesus, that's big, isn't it? JaysonMair.com. We can also be reached at Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want the latest notification tips on relationships. And for those that are watching at the moment on one of my other page, as I said, this happens each and every Sunday night. The next episode will be back. Same start time next Sunday night, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time, 7 p.m. Queensland time, and I think it's about 3 a.m. Kansas time, about 9 a.m. UK time, 10 a.m. Wales. So depending on where you are, if something you would like us to discuss about relationships, by all means, drop me a line. And the details are down below the screen, just down here. Hang on. That's not the one I want to get rid of. I want to get rid of that one. You'll see down the bottom there. Feel free to drop me an email at j@jaysonmair.com or at one of the socials, and we will make sure we cover it on one of the upcoming shows. And if you want to be a guest and you want to talk about something that you've struggled with when it comes to relationships, that's what we're here about. That's what we're here about. That's what we're here for. Because there are some people that struggle relationships and they don't necessarily, nice, thank you, Sandy, don't necessarily think they're the only one that struggled with the relationships, by all means. Or if you've got a question, because for some of you now watching, every Wednesday night, you will find that I have a second show called the Ask Jay show, which you can send in a relationship question and I will answer it. I will keep your name anonymous. I will give you a alter ego. You know, you might be Miss Lonely or Mr. Paranoid or Mr. Narc or whatever. We'll give you one that, you know, no one can pick. And I'll give you 3 tips in regards to answering that question, because I tell you now, you might think, oh, it's a really strange question. No one's going to know. I tell you now, every question I get, I can go on a couple of different. I can go on Reddit. I can go on Quora. I can go on a lot of different network and pages around. And that question is asked dozens of times. And I will tell you, I've been asked it dozens of times over the last 15 years as well. So there is no stupid question when it comes to relationships. There is no stupid thing that doesn't need to be tackled or brought up or discussed, because it happens to everyone. I am not you. You are not me. We are not the same, which means that everyone has different questions. It's not happened. The question you have might not happen to everyone, but it will happen to some. And if me answering your question can help you, or me discussing a relationship issue on this show can help someone out there, one person, then my job is done. So I'm going to wrap it up, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. Special guests, Tarina, thank you for winning the comment of the day. Nick, thanks for joining. Michelle from the US, thank you very much for joining. Harley, lovely to see you, and joining the lovely Sandy Archer. What a legend, you know, so nice. Carl, Kenny, Rosie D, who else have we got that joined us? They're the ones that decided to comment. But if you're watching right now, I want to say thank you very much for joining us this week in this episode. Thank you for always supporting me and my channel, my work that I do. And if there's anything I can do to help, you've got the contacts there that I just put up on the screen a little while ago. If you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay in the comments, and I'll be sure to give you a bit of love while I'm there. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Coming up to Christmas, drop the expectations. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to everyone else, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. If we can, you know, get that sorted and make sure that, you know, no one else has, you know, any issues and so forth, and they can have a good Christmas, well, by all means, we will be able to, you know, really share the love, get through Dimension 2020, the last few days after Christmas. We'll have, what have we got? We got 24 days until Christmas, and then I think it's 24. I think it's about 24. No, 19 days till Christmas. I think about 24 days until the end of the year. 24 days to the end of Dimension 2020. Think about that. To each and every one of you, thank you very much. Sorry for starting late. Sorry for the technical issues and not having everyone. But I thank each and every one of you. Sending you big hugs to you wherever you are in the world, and thank you for watching. Until next time, stay safe. Love those around you. Let them know you appreciate them in more ways than one. Don't just say it, show them it. Until then, I think this is it. See you. Same bat time next Sunday, same bat station. Till then, thank you. Thanks, guys. Bye.